STOP, before you buy your first home. I'm about to reveal why 73% of homeowners regret their purchase within the first 3 years. And it has nothing to do with the market crash you're thinking about. Before you call that realtor, before you get pre-approved, before you even start scrolling through listings, you need to understand what you're actually buying. Because it's not what the real estate industry wants you to believe. Here's what they sell you. Build equity instead of throwing money away on rent. Own your piece of the American dream. Stop making your landlord rich. But here's what they're actually selling you, and this will change everything. The average home purchase costs $400,000, but that's just the beginning. Over 30 years, with interest, taxes, insurance, maintenance, and repairs, you'll pay over $800,000 for that house. That's $26,000 per year, or $2,200 per month, just to own 4 walls and a roof. But the real cost isn't financial. It's something far more valuable that you're signing away without even knowing it. See, when you buy a house, you're not just buying a property, you're buying a 30-year commitment to a single location. You're purchasing an identity. You're investing in the belief that staying put equals success. But here's what most people miss. The bank isn't selling you a home. They're selling you debt wrapped in a dream. That mortgage payment becomes a golden handcuff. It whispers, "Don't worry, you're building wealth," while chaining you to a single zip code for 3 decades. Because the moment you sign that mortgage without understanding its true cost, you've just traded your freedom for the illusion of security. Think about this. The bank makes money whether your house goes up or down in value. They get their payment every month for 30 years, regardless. They're not betting on your success. They're betting on your predictability. So what's the real value of homeownership? It's not the equity. That's just paper wealth until you sell. It's not the stability. You can create stability without a mortgage. It's not even the investment. Stocks have historically outperformed real estate. The real value of owning a home is this. It's a test of whether you're ready to be responsible for everything that breaks, floods, or falls apart in your life. Every time something goes wrong and you can't call a landlord, that's independence training. Every time you have to budget for a new roof instead of a vacation, that's priority setting practice. Every time you choose to stay put when opportunities arise elsewhere, that's where you discover what you truly value. But that's the thing. You can only access this value if you're actually ready for the responsibility. And statistics show that 40% of first-time homebuyers are house poor within 2 years of purchasing. So that's my challenge to you. Do you want to buy a home until you can honestly answer these 3 questions? 1. Can you afford to lose your job for 6 months and still make your mortgage payment? Not just afford the monthly payment, but afford it when life gets complicated. 2. Are you prepared to stay in the same area for at least 7 years? Because that's how long it typically takes to break even on a home purchase when you factor in all the costs. 3. Do you have a separate emergency fund of at least $10,000 just for home repairs? If you think the down payment is expensive, wait until you need a new HVAC system. Look, I'm not telling you not to buy a home. I'm telling you to understand what you're really buying before you buy it. Because when you truly understand the value, when you realize that every mortgage payment is an investment in becoming someone who can handle long-term responsibility, when you understand that the house is just shelter and you are the one who makes it a home, that's when homeownership becomes empowering instead of enslaving. The house doesn't make you successful. Your ability to manage long-term commitments does. The house doesn't give you security. Your financial discipline and planning do. The house doesn't define your worth. Your decision to take on responsibility, only when you're truly ready, does. So, are you ready to be tied to one place for the next decade? Are you ready to be responsible for everything that goes wrong? Are you ready to prioritize mortgage payments over experiences? Because that's the real value you need to understand. And only you can decide if you're ready for it. Here's what nobody tells you. The most expensive homes are the ones with the highest price tags. They're the ones bought by people who weren't ready for them. When you buy a house before you're prepared, every repair becomes a crisis. Every market dip becomes panic. Every job change becomes impossible. But when you buy with full understanding of what you're taking on, something magical happens. The house stops being a burden and becomes a foundation. Not just for your furniture, but for your life. You're not house poor, you're house empowered. You're not trapped by your mortgage. You're grounded by your choice. The difference between these 2 experiences isn't the house itself. It's whether you understood the value before you looked at the price. Whether you were buying a home or just buying into a dream that was you and yours yet, value isn't just what something costs you. Value is what something teaches you, changes in you, and builds within you. The price of a home is what you pay once. The value of homeownership is what you carry for life. If this video has made you pause and think about the difference between value and price, not just in real estate, but in all the big decisions you make, then it's done its job. Understanding this difference isn't just about saving money. It's about making choices that actually serve the person you're becoming, not just the person you think you should be. Hit that like button if this shifted your perspective. Share it with someone who's thinking about buying their first home, and subscribe if you want more content that digs deeper than surface level advice. Because the most valuable insights aren't always the most comfortable ones. but they're the ones that can change everything.